Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
And rise up for Palestine!
And rise up for Palestine!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
And rise up for Palestine!
And rise up for Palestine!
My name is Ethan. I'm an organizer with the Palestinian Youth Movement and the Mask Off Mersk campaign. Today we're gathered here at the Port of Baltimore in solidarity with dock workers across the Mediterranean, in Italy, in Spain, in France, in Morocco, and in Greece. They have shown the world that a people's arms embargo is popular and more possible than ever. And only just a few hours ago, a large labor union in Italy named USB announced it will be holding another nationwide general strike in solidarity with the global flotilla to Gaza. We salute this militant action and call for it to continue spreading globally. We're mobilizing today because as we speak right now, the global Sumud Flotilla, bringing humanitarian aid to break the siege on Gaza, has been intercepted by the Israeli military. All eyes on the flotilla.
All eyes on the flotilla!
Today is also a special day because it's 1 year since the historic ILA dock workers strike. The strike which brought the entire U.S. economy to its knees for 3 days. This strike was primarily about worker automation. Shipping and terminal corporations worldwide are seeking to eliminate jobs and maximize their profits. But do you know which corporation is leading this charge to automate local jobs away? Maersk. Maersk is one of the largest shipping companies in the world. They have a long history of labor violations, union busting, and they're complicit in the Key Bridge collapse. Shame! Maersk is also one of the main companies shipping military cargo to Israel. The research produced by the Mask Off Mersk campaign has revealed to the world Maersk's primary role in facilitating and fulfilling the genocide in Gaza. And so we in the PYM, we understand that dock workers in the U.S. and people of consciousness share a common enemy, Maersk. If we ever hope to enact a complete people's arms embargo, we must unite with the workers. And similarly, we must be opposed to worker automation. Every job that's automated away not only impoverishes our community more, but it also makes any intervention into the supply chain of death that much harder. Since last year, the PYM, with the support of our partner organizations, have been doing outreach with the workers at the Port of Baltimore. And after 1 year of consistent weekly outreach, we can confidently say the workers in the Port of Baltimore support Palestine and support a people's arms embargo. Workers despise Maersk for its attacks on their jobs and livelihoods and for its role in the genocide in Gaza. So I have a new chant for you. Are you ready? No, no, worker automation!
No, no, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
No, no, worker automation!
No, no, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
No, no, worker automation!
No, no, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
No, no, worker automation!
No, no, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
Thank you. We will now have our first speaker Please give it up for Speak Out Now, Baltimore. Just a second, I need to get my speech up. How are we doing, everyone? Hello, my name is John, and I am a part of the revolutionary socialist group, Speak Out Socialists. We thank the Palestinian Youth Movement for organizing this action today. We believe that there are several things most important about today. Gaza has been under blockade by Israel with the help of the U.S. for decades. Shame. This blockade is now in its most genocidal phase. Port workers in Italy and other parts of Europe have shown us that genocidal imperial states are not the only ones with the power to blockade.
That's right.
When the global Sumud Flotilla left Genoa, the workers of the Autonomous Collective of Port Workers, or the CALP, promised that if the flotilla was harmed, they would block everything.
Let's go.
And last week, their blockade spread to a general strike that brought Italy to a standstill. Their strike led to something new, the closest we've seen to actual military occupation to the genocide. The Italian and Spanish governments were pushed to launch naval vessels in support. Even if these moves are disingenuous, it shows how even just one day of worker action can move the world. The global Sumud Flotilla is part of a 2-year response by the people of the world to Israel's crimes against humanity. It is only the latest of a long series of attempts to break the naval blockade of Gaza. This one, though, has brought the port workers into action, and now workers from ports around Europe have assembled in Genoa to coordinate actions across the region. The flotilla has spread the Palestinian struggle to workers, and now the workers' struggle is spreading too.
That's right.
The situation of the Palestinians is more urgent than ever as Trump and Netanyahu announced on Monday an ultimatum directed to Hamas, but really aimed at the Palestinian people as a whole. Shame. They say, surrender, give up your struggle. You can't fight the awesome power of the USA and its Middle East guard dog, the State of Israel. If you don't, we will escalate the assault on Gaza and carry it to the end. Shame. The port workers in Italy and elsewhere have shown that they are also an awesome power. Workers have a way to throw a wrench in the billionaires' works. Workers everywhere, and that means here, can use similar strategies to fight for the Palestinian people and for our issues at home. We have seen the U.S. government and the billionaires it works for destroy tens of thousands of jobs in both the public and private sectors. Shame. They are also destroying healthcare for workers, working people, cutting SNAP benefits, affordable housing, our public education system, and other essential services. Shame. The current government shutdown will exacerbate all these problems. We should take note of what the port workers are doing. All of us who are exhausted by the struggle for Palestine and the struggles against all the exploitation and of capitalism here and around the world. We don't know when our small actions will catch fire. The Autonomous Collective of Port Workers in Genoa, who demanded the strike, are a group of only 20 workers. 20 workers who refused to be complicit in genocide sparked a fire that made capital tremble. Because they proved the point that's dangerous to billionaires everywhere. You are nothing without us. Our labor makes your profits. But when you starve the people of Gaza, we can starve you of profits. We must do what we can to fight the genocide in Palestine, but we are also fighting for ourselves against the same enemies. That may be a bigger struggle, but it can be a victorious one because the power of working people to interfere with the billionaire system is global. We need to see our struggles as connected. Thank you. And before I get going, and before I forget, we need to continue to organize, we need to continue to fight, we need to continue to build our power. Because if we see the power of just 20 workers who saw that they needed to take a stand and do something, are able to create global news, are able to create, all of these rifts, it's also incumbent on us to do the same exact thing. And I just wanted to mention that Speak Out has 2 things coming up that I wanted to mention. The first is on Saturday, October 11th at 4 p.m. We are doing a screening of the encampments at Red Emma's and having a discussion afterwards. And then later this month, we have a town hall called In the Streets and at Work. It's time to organize, where we're having workers from one who's a teacher and one who is a healthcare worker, talking about how they've been organizing their workplaces and how they've seen themselves as a force for change, and how we all must learn from their lesson, and that we need to see ourselves as organizers in our workplaces and fight for worker power. So thank you again. Really appreciate it. Our next speaker is Andrew from the People's Power Assembly. Give it up. Thank you, everyone. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Thank you, everybody. Andrew from the People's Power Assembly. I'm going to talk about, one, I'm glad Ethan mentioned the Italian union that raised the call to block all the ports. This particular union, you should know, is an explicitly communist union. They have 250,000 members all across Italy. So when you hear the fear-mongering, calling Trump a communist, calling anybody that they hate a communist, when you're in the struggle, look to your left, look to your right. See who's there. It's the communists. And they're there for Palestine. I want to talk a bit about our localization of the Mask Off Merce campaign. In Baltimore, we are trying to unite the community and the workers at Amazon. Amazon having a project called Project Nimbus. It is cloud-based software that the IDF uses to train AI to target weapons. Just a real-life example of how this plays out. We have contacts with a doctor in Gaza who was going to be on one of our events, was going to call in for an event that we called What I Saw in Gaza. A couple of days before, we thought we'd lost contact with him. We weren't sure what happened. Luckily, right before the event, he got in touch and said, okay, my village was shelled. My village was shelled. Everybody's okay, but after the shelling, you have to hide and you can't move for as long as the quadcopters are there. The quadcopters or drones, they have machine guns attached to them. That's exactly the kind of AI we're talking about that Project Nimbus allows the IDF to use. We're demanding of Amazon, not just to shut down Project Nimbus, but raise the minimum wage for all Amazon workers proportionally to $30 an hour. That's what they have in Staten Island, that's what we gotta get here. Full-time insurance and benefits for every worker, immigrant or not. This is how they keep the immigrant labor out. And full-time safety committees on the factory floors. It's becoming increasingly dangerous. Management continues to mess up their own systems and are completely ignoring the workers who are trying to fix it. The state of Maryland, the city of Baltimore, all rolled out the red carpet for Amazon to be here to exploit people, all in the sake of having jobs. We're for having jobs, but make them livable jobs with livable wages. One thing I want to mention, keep following the People's Power Assembly because the Friends of the IDF is going to be here October 20th. We're going to disrupt it. We're going to be very public about it. They know they're already trying to hide where they're going to be. We all know they're going to do that. But stay in touch. We're going to make the call as loud as possible. If they end up not having it here, great. But if they do, we're going to be there. So stay in touch. If you're interested in getting involved in the Amazon campaign or this disruption of the Friends of the IDF, Tunisia and I have to leave very shortly. But follow the PPA page. Get in touch with us as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Maersk, drop your cargo.
Maersk, drop your cargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Maersk, drop your cargo.
Maersk, drop your cargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Okay, real quick to everybody in the crowd, can I have everybody take 2 big steps forward? I know the speaker's kind of loud, but just so we can have everybody close and we can be seen from the road. And perfect, thank you everyone.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Dock to dock, port to port!
Dock to dock, port to port.
Arms exports we won't support!
Arms exports we won't support.
Dock to dock, port to port!
Dock to dock, port to port.
Arms exports we won't support!
Arms exports we won't support.
Alright guys, this is another one, ready? The corporate greed that shits on you.
The corporate greed that shits on you
What's it called? Is profiting from murder too.
is profiting from murder
The
too.
corporate greed that shits on you.
The corporate greed that shits on you
Profiting from murder too.
is profiting from murder too.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
It's not complicated.
It's not complicated.
Gaza will be liberated.
Gaza will be liberated.
It's not complicated.
It's not complicated.
Gaza will be liberated.
Gaza will be liberated.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Intifada revolution.
Intifada revolution.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Worker-led revolution.
A worker-led revolution.
Have a conscience, have a heart.
Have a conscience, have a heart.
These arms you ship-rip kids apart.
These arms you ship rip kids apart.
Have a conscience, have a heart.
Have a conscience, have a heart.
These bombs you ship-rip kids apart.
These arms you ship rip kids apart.
These arms No, no, worker automation!
No, no, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
No, no, worker automation!
No, no, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
Our next speaker is from the Malaya Movement Baltimore. Give it up to the Malaya Movement Baltimore. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Adrian from Malaya, Baltimore. And with me is
Eureka from Migrante, Baltimore.
on October 7th, 4 Filipino seafarers were deported from the cruise ship Carnival Pride, which docked here in the Port of Baltimore. Customs and Border Protection arrived in the early morning and accused these Filipinos of possession of child pornography. They were taken off the ship, phones confiscated, detained, and coerced into confessing and signing their deportation papers. The Filipinos were then flown to the Philippines, their employment terminated, and were banned from entering the United States for 10 years. This is not a new development. Filipino cruise workers have been targeted as early as November last year from California and the Great Lakes, Florida, and now here in the DMV. Down in Norfolk, Virginia, over 100 Filipino cruise workers have been deported since April. These deportations have largely occurred without any due process. If there was any, it would be found that the charges against these cruise workers were false. The child pornography CBP accused them of are pictures of their family, their children, their loved ones they have to be separated thousands of miles away from while they work. Now they have to delete them out of the fear that CBP will use it against them. And right now, they are living in fear because they believe that at any time they dock here in the Port of Baltimore will be their last time, that they will be deported and be fired. And so we are here today to talk about it.
It's horrifying what's going on, but it's not surprising given that Trump has set the deportation quota at 3,000 per day starting May 2025. But as we know, Trump doesn't also care about following the law and going through courts. He was quoted saying, "We cannot give everyone a trial because to do so would take, without exaggeration, 200 years." The Tango Migrante movement, or Defend Migrants movement, was established as a national response to the threat ICE and CBP created in our communities, specifically Filipino migrants who work as teachers, nurses, caretakers, domestic helpers, seafarers, and everything between. Over 250 organizations have come together to provide services to those unjustly detained, legal help, funds for lost wages, visitation, etc. The Tango Migrante movement has time and time again fulfilled the role that the Philippine Embassy should be playing on behalf of their constituents. And the Philippine Senate has even demanded that the embassy take a stronger diplomatic stance against these deportations, but it has fallen on deaf ears. Compare this to how the South Korean government reacted when over 300 workers were detained at the Hyundai plant in Georgia. The South Korean government condemned the United States the same day. So since the Philippine Embassy won't do or say anything about these seafarers being deported, CBP will keep coming back every week or so, taking hardworking Filipinos and sending them back home because they can. Because the Philippine Embassy won't do a thing. But we will! The cruise terminal every single week, handing out Know Your Rights flyers, connecting them with legal aid, and empowering them to defend themselves. On behalf of Tango Migrante movement, we demand the unjust targeting of Filipino seafarers and to end the criminalization of migrants. Migrants should be welcome in Baltimore, and they deserve to feel safe here. We call on our elected officials to investigate CBP and have them uphold due process. And we call also on Carnival Cruises and Royal Caribbean to protect the rights of their workers.
As Filipinos, we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Palestine who are fighting for their survival, their self-determination, and their liberation. I have seen the lifeless bodies of children on my phone. I have seen nurses and doctors killed in their own hospitals because they refuse to leave their patients behind. They have been killed in their own units. Shame! The IOF continues to shed the blood of Palestinians, in part due to the $3.8 billion in our taxpayer money being sent over by the United States. Over in the Philippines, the government has enjoyed the persistent flow of U.S. money, weapons, and technology as long as the Philippines plays the part of being the United States' regional lapdog. Shame! And during this time, over 30,000 plus extrajudicial killings have been committed by the then President Rodrigo Duterte. People, majority of them being poor, were gunned down in the streets or in their own living rooms. No judge and no jury. The military and the police are emboldened in the practice of red tagging or falsely claiming individuals as terrorists. Thus, they are falsely opening them up to targeting, harassment, kidnapping, unjust detainment, and even assassination. And who are these people that are being targeted? These are human beings exposing the Philippine fascist government for what it is. They are journalists, students, labor activists, children, land defenders, regular people fighting for their fair share of justice in this world. And despite our pleas, the current Marcos Jr. administration continues to benefit from both Israeli and U.S. weapons in violating human rights. And just a week ago, nationwide protests in the Philippines were held against the rampant corruption by the Philippine government. After the protests finished up in the capital of Manila, the police fell upon those continuing to rally. 216 people were detained, with 89 of them being minors. One construction, a bystander mind you, was killed. And what were the police carrying during these crackdowns? Israeli assault rifles! The oppression between the Philippines and Palestine is linked. We support the fight in Gaza because the liberation in Palestine will only strengthen the liberation of our people in the Philippines.
It is extremely important, more than ever, to get organized now if you have not done so already. The imperialists who want to access approximately 3 billion barrels of oil in the West Bank and Gaza, and the minerals, trade routes, and military bases in the Philippines. The same one who are bankrolling this genocide, the same ones who are consolidating and expanding their price-fixing, wage-setting power, buying up all our homes, and denying you health care, and polluting our air and water, and running billion-dollar propaganda networks, and compromising our own sovereignty by bribing our elected officials. They will resort to violence and fascism, and will stop at nothing before they have to give up their wealth and answer to their crimes. We cannot afford to let them get away with this violence. We cannot afford to fall for their red herrings and their scapegoats. We cannot afford to remain isolated from our communities. And most importantly, we cannot afford to stay silent and inactive and afraid. If you want things to change, if you cherish your civil liberties, if you know you deserve better, you have to fight for it. That is why it behooves each and every single one of you here today to decouple from individualism, to integrate into your communities and organize.
I share with you a quote from an interview with Romeo, an Italian dock worker in Genoa, where they are coordinating with dock workers from all across Europe to block arms from going to Israel. In this interview, he says, "We are fortunate to work at the port because we do not see the horizon. We have only the sea ahead. And the thing is, the sea that allows you to dream constantly and dream that you can get it done." In our Filipino orgs, we shout, "Maki Baka! Maki Baka! Wag matakot!" Which translates to, "Dare to struggle and do not be afraid." And I ask you, let us not be afraid, and let us fight together to make our dreams of liberation and peace a reality. From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Thank you. Salamat.
From Palestine to the Philippines,
Palestine to the Philippines.
stop the U.S. war machine.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
From Palestine to the Philippines,
Palestine to the Philippines.
stop the U.S. war machine.
Stop the U.S. war machine.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Total arms embargo now.
Total arms embargo now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Total arms embargo now.
Total arms embargo now.
Dock to dock, port to port.
Dock to dock, port to port.
Arms exports we won't support.
Arms exports we won't support.
Dock to dock, port to port.
Dock to dock, port to port.
Arms exports we won't support.
Arms exports we won't support.
Internationally hand in hand.
Internationally hand in hand.
Now's our time to take a stand.
Now's our time to take a stand.
Internationally hand in hand.
Internationally hand in hand.
Now's our time to take a stand.
Now's our time to take a stand.
Mask, mask, drop your cargo.
Mask, mask, drop your cargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Mask, mask, drop your cargo.
Mask, mask, drop your cargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Workers fight for dignity.
Workers fight for dignity.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Workers fight for dignity.
Workers fight for dignity.
Some noise.
Our next speaker is from the Black Alliance for Peace, Baltimore. Give it up for the Black Alliance for Peace. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all. I won't take up too much of your time. First things first. I'm happy to see everybody out here. I've seen a bunch of you before. Obviously, capitalism in crisis, imperialism in crisis. The Palestinians have shown us that there's only one way to end occupation and end the settler colonial regime of Israel, but also we got to end this settler colonial regime of the United States. It's not just Zionism in some faraway place, it's the United States shipping these weapons over there. It's the United States empowering the Zionist entity Israel to continue bombing and destroying human beings. So, a little bit about Baltimore. I'm sure we all know about Baltimore. The police have a partnership with the Zionist entity. They train with them. They are also using those same tactics over here. They are occupying neighborhoods. They are occupying this right here, right? They intend to harm us, but obviously, as crisis occurs, the struggle intensifies. We will continue organizing. We will continue moving forward, and we will continue putting up a fight because we won't lose. I'm walking around here with a little bit of information. If you want some, just go grab some. I have some more. We also have a petition. We want to demilitarize the streets. So we're taking our petition to the streets, to the people. We are not just staying online or in our chairs away. We are actively participating in struggle. So it's a little dated because of the 3 people that were killed in Baltimore, but I think it's good stuff. No compromise, no retreat. Demilitarize Baltimore City. While Mayor Brandon Scott celebrates declining homicide rates, the Baltimore Police Department, BPD, has murdered 3 black residents in just 2 weeks.
exposing Baltimore City's reliance on militarized policing, the lack of value of black and working class lives, and the colonial relationship where the police are the occupation force tasked with the responsibility to control and contain the surplus colonized populations into zones of non-being. These killings, execution-style shootings, ambush responses, and violent encounters with people in crisis reflect the deadly exchange program that trained Baltimore officers in tactics imported from Israel and U.S. war zones. Mayor Scott's praise of progress rings hollow while black Baltimoreans are hunted by the same police force the DOJ condemned for racial discrimination. Now serving his second term as mayor, Scott's focus on reducing crime and praise of progress rings hollow while Baltimore City Police, including immigration customs enforcement forces, continue to terrorize black and working class residents. From no-knock raids to shootings of unarmed civilians, these murders follow a clear pattern. Police escalate, then execute. The victims, Bilal B.J. Abdullah, Patricia Clark Brooks, and Dante Melton Jr. were denied their human right to live, just as their families are now being denied justice, although the Trump administration ended all consent decrees in May 2025. The 2017 consent decree imposed on Baltimore City following a DOJ report that confirmed systemic police abuse has done nothing to stop police terror. Instead, the city has expanded police budgets, proposed a $330 million cop city training facility, and installed an underfunded, overworked crisis response system, all while ignoring the demands for real accountability. The crisis of the unchecked militarized police forces that occupy Baltimore City is a credible threat to the safety and well-being of all black Baltimoreans. The bloodshed will continue as long as police answer to politicians instead of the people. Without community control over the police, the only path to dismantling Baltimore's machinery of state violence, the city's progress is a myth written in blood. The people in Baltimore must break free from the political duopoly to build safe, self-determined communities. Decades of reform have only brought more state violence, masked by empty consent decrees and hollow boasts of low crime from officials. So that's our petition. We also have some demands. Terminate the deadly exchange program in partnership with the racist, fascist Israeli occupation forces. End the 1033 program and all militarized terror forces in our communities. End Operation Relentless Pursuit and all city, state, national police, and intelligence agency partnerships. And no cop city. So this settler colony has clearly chosen to take our lives to replenish whatever profits that they need to replenish, but they don't understand class struggle, or maybe they do, but they don't know that we're organizing, we're in the streets, we're connecting, we're building real relationships with people to ensure that we have a life for tomorrow. And my last point to the Israeli occupation, as the Palestinians continue their struggle, there'll be sentiments for a two-state solution. We don't respect genocide, we don't accept genocide, and we can't allow another settler colony to exist over there. So we continue to struggle, we continue to fight, and let's just keep it in the streets. Peace, y'all.
It's not just a 9 to 5. It's profiting from murder too. Talk to talk, port to port. Talk to talk, port to port. Arms exports we won't support. Arms exports we won't support. Talk to talk, port to port. Talk to talk, port to port. Arms exports we won't support. Arms exports we won't support. Workers of the world unite. Workers of the world unite. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. Workers of the world unite. Workers of the world unite. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. Workers fight for Palestine. Workers fight for Palestine. One struggle, one fight. One struggle, one fight. Workers fight for Palestine. Workers fight for Palestine. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Worker solidarity. Worker solidarity. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Worker solidarity. Worker solidarity.
Make some noise.
All right, we have some announcements. I'm going to pass it over to the first person who would like to make an announcement.
Thank you, Ethan. Make some noise for the Palestinian Youth Movement again for putting this today. I will keep this brief so I can get back to my position responsibly for the protest, but I'll introduce myself. My name is Jake. I'm with the Baltimore branch of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Thank you. And I just wanted to let everyone know that this Sunday, probably many of the people here know because you've been in the streets for the past 2 years, but this Sunday we'll be holding a 2-year anniversary since the uprising and 2 years of struggle against the genocide in Palestine in Baltimore. Yep, that's right. In Baltimore, that will be in McKeldin Plaza this Sunday at 3 p.m. We'll be marching around downtown, and we need everyone to show out because we know that the Palestinian people have been struggling for 2 years as their hospitals have been bombed, as their schools have been flattened, as thousands of children have been killed. But we know from actions like this that the workers, that the people of the world stand with Palestine and that they do not struggle alone. And so many of us have been in the streets for 2 years, and we will stay in the streets as long as it takes until Palestine is free. So see you all Sunday afternoon. Thank you.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza!
All right, we have another announcement.
Hey y'all, I'm Elise and I'm with the Al-Aqsa Swim Club, which if you haven't heard of, it's a Baltimore-based collective that supports Palestinian liberation and resistance by any means necessary. And we do a bunch of programming, we do teach-ins, we do karaoke nights to raise mutual aid for families in Gaza. And so something that we wanted to kind of amplify an event that's happening on Monday is a rally outside of ELTA, North America, which is a subsidiary of the Israeli military that manufactures the radar and surveillance systems that they use to target and kill Palestinians. Right, well, we need to be saying a lot more than shave. Shave is the least, yeah. So we are going to be there to call on Merit, which is ELTA's landlord, to evict ELTA. This is part of the Evict ELTA campaign that supports the struggle for an arms embargo. And so we'll be at ELTA Monday, 12 o'clock. It's their headquarters in Annapolis Junction. Please come to me if you have any questions or want to learn more. Thanks so much.
Okay, we have another announcement. We have a lot of events in Baltimore.
Hi everyone, thanks for being here.
Many of you probably know about the crisis at humanitarian relief sites where Palestinians are being killed. To all of our shock and horror, the director of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is a fellow at Johns Hopkins. Yes! We fucking hate it. So this Friday at 7 p.m. at Red Emma's, there's a town hall to tell people about this crisis. His name is Johnny Moore, and he is he's part of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, who is very actively right now every day killing Palestinians, and he is on Hopkins payroll. So come out on Friday, October 3rd. This is 2 days from now, 7 p.m. to Red Emma's to learn more about this and tell others we cannot have this in our city. And see you all there on Friday.
We have an event coming up with the Black Alliance for Peace.
Almost forgot. Black Alliance for Peace Baltimore holds a town hall at a church called Payne Memorial AME Church. It is relatively close to Coppin, in that area where they want to build a cop city. We're starting our town hall series up again on the 18th, October 18th. The title of this town hall is The War on Africans and Why We Must Resist. We have one the following month. We do it on the third Saturday of every month. The next one is November 15th, Internal Colonialism. And the one following that in December is The Fallacy of Human Rights. Food is provided, childcare is provided, masks are provided and required. So come on by if you are available on October 18th to start it off, and then you'll hear more information about the next few town halls. Thank you.
Okay, we have an announcement from DSA.
Hi everyone, I'm representing Apartheid-Free Baltimore. This is our BDS campaign for getting Israeli goods off of Baltimore shelves. So if you want to learn more about how you can help with that. But also, on October 19th, Sunday, October 19th at 4 to 7. Okay, on October 19th, Sunday at 4 to 7 p.m., we're hosting a screening of the film Severed, which is about a Gazan boy or young adult who was disabled from Israeli attacks. And we're having a big discussion at 2640 St. Paul on Sunday, October 19th.
Okay, we have an announcement from the students.
Hi everyone, I'm Em. I volunteer with the Palestinian Youth Movement, but I'm also a student in Baltimore. I'm a student at a predominantly white institution known as Loyola, where Palestinian, Arab, generally Middle Eastern, and also our South Asian students are being targeted indiscriminately for aligning themselves with Palestine or just being brown. We haven't been allowed to do anything for the last 2 years. We have been forced to be silent, even in the face of blatant racism thrown in our direction. One of our students on my campus recently tried to commit suicide this past week. As a result, directly, of the school's administration's lack of help and support for its students, and lack of accountability for the direct racism that they have been showing non-stop for 2.5 years. As a student, not just from Loyola, I'm asking everyone, because we can't do it ourselves. There's not enough of us. We need your voices. We need to be heard. We need to be seen. And we need everyone to go out, call the campuses nearby, ask them why they're not doing anything. Ask these Jesuit institutions in the area that claim to uphold Jesuit standards why a genocide against brown people is too much, too political, or too biased to take a stand on. Last year we had a meeting where we were directly told that being Palestinian was too political to be represented on our campus. We're done being silent. We're done being scared. We're tired. We need your help. Please support the students.
Musk, drop your cargo.
Musk, drop your cargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Musk, drop your cargo.
Musk, drop your cargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
Baltimore demands an arms embargo.
No, worker automation.
No, worker automation.
We want Palestinian liberation.
We want Palestinian liberation.
No, worker automation.
No, worker automation.
We want Palestinian liberation.
We want Palestinian liberation.
All right, give it up for our speaker, Rasa, from the Palestinian Youth Movement.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Workers fight for dignity.
Workers fight for dignity.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
Thank you, y'all. I'm Rasa. I'm an organizer with the Palestinian Youth Movement. The PYM is a transnational, independent, grassroots movement of Palestinian and Arab youth in diaspora fighting for the liberation of their homelands from Zionism and imperialism. For 2 years, day after day, we have seen the Zionist entity of Israel become more brutal in its genocide of Palestinians in Gaza. Shame! The Zionists have killed over 680,000 Palestinians. They have leveled entire towns. They have destroyed entire bloodlines. This year in particular, Israel started using a forced famine along with the death camps of the American and the Israeli-controlled Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. They starve Palestinians into submission. All the while, the U.S. has sent nearly $23 billion in military funding to Israel over the last 2 years. It is because of this forced famine and the complicity of the U.S. and other Western governments in it that people of conscience worldwide have launched the global Sumud Flotilla. The flotilla is going to break the siege and establish a path for unconditional and demilitarized aid. And it is because of the billions of dollars in military aid that deprive us of health care, housing, education, that all the things that we need to survive, that people of conscience worldwide have launched a global people's arms embargo to stop the flow of weapons, stop the flow of this military cargo. We are here today at the Port of Baltimore to answer the global call to rally at ports around the world in support of the flotilla, which has just a few hours ago been intercepted by the Israeli military. Shame! But despite all their efforts, they have not been able to stop the growing labor movement behind it. Over the last year, Spain, Morocco, Greece, and now Italy have led the way in showing what a true people's arms embargo looks like. Decades of labor and civil society organizing have yielded mass movements capable of not just blocking one boat, but shutting down the ports and the countries with the full support and participation of all sectors of society. Stopping these military cargo and this weapons components to Israel from docking all together. In response to Israeli aggression against the flotilla, Italian unions representing millions
of workers have announced a general strike. We are here today to grow and escalate and demand an arms embargo at the Port of Baltimore. For a year in working with many of you that are here today, we have talked to rank and file truckers, rail workers, longshoremen, and many of them expressed their support for Palestine and their disgust at the genocide. And at their union's support for Israel and the American war machine. Today, we call on those workers who have confided in us to officially join with us, join the Mask Off Maersk campaign and the mass movement that we are building here. The mass movement that we are building here for a lasting arms embargo. Together, we can stop Maersk's complicity in the genocide and in destroying workers' livelihoods through automation. Break the bonds, drop the MIDC, labor for an arms embargo, no pensions for genocide, Mask Off Maersk. All of these are different forms of the highest demand coming out of Gaza right now. A full, lasting, global, economic, people's arms embargo. We will not stop. We will not stop until the people's arms embargo is enacted, until the siege on Gaza is broken, and until every inch of Palestine is free from the river to the sea. We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
People's arms embargo now.
People's arms embargo now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
People's arms embargo now.
People's arms embargo now.
No more ships, no more cargo.
No more ships, no more cargo.
We demand an arms embargo.
We demand an arms embargo.
No more ships, no more cargo.
No more ships, no more cargo.
We demand an arms embargo.
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 Workers of the world unite
Workers of the world unite
and rise up for Palestine.
and rise up for Palestine.
Workers of the world unite
Workers of the world unite
and rise up for Palestine.
and rise up for Palestine.
I want to introduce our last speaker. Her name is Reem. She's a dear friend of mine, a nurse practitioner who served as a medic on the global Sumud Flotilla to Gaza.
I'm on the U.S. delegation of the Global Sumud Flotilla. Our mission is simple: to non-violently break Israel's illegal siege on Gaza, create a humanitarian corridor, and deliver food, medication, and baby formula into Palestine. Nothing about this mission is illegal under international law. What is illegal is this genocide, the blocking of aid, the settlements in the West Bank, the Israeli expansion into Syria, and the attacks on our boats in international waters. The flotilla movement should not have to exist. Regular people should not have to get on rickety boats to cross the Mediterranean carrying aid. This is the job of our governments. But as we've all witnessed, our governments have not only failed to act, but are directly complicit in this genocide. On the flotilla, we were so inspired to see the working class in Italy using their collective power to shut down the country and force their government into action. They're showing all of us what's possible when people come together to demand change. Israel has tried every possible tactic to intimidate us. They've called us terrorists, they've threatened to attack our boats, and they have, to put us in long-term detention, injury, and death. They've directly targeted our boats with multiple drone strikes, chemical substances, water cannons, and jamming of radios. We see these threats for what they are, a way to scare people into turning around. We will never be able to fully grasp the immense experience of enduring a genocide. But every attack on the flotilla every drone strike shows a minuscule glimpse into what Palestinians have been living through every day. Regardless of the threats, the flotilla continues. At this very moment, Israel is illegally bordering the boats of the flotilla in international waters, simply for trying to deliver food and baby formula. They are kidnapping over 500 people from over 40 countries, illegally taking them into Zionist territory against their will. Despite these kidnappings, there are still 30 boats on their way to Gaza right now. The 1,000 Medellin flotilla is a second wave following them, and the Freedom Flotilla, carrying healthcare workers and journalists, are right behind them. In solidarity with our colleagues in Palestine, we will never stop coming. Every single person on those boats knows there's a possibility of not coming home. Speaking for myself, death is not the worst case scenario. What is worse than death is this genocide continuing and living in a world that allows this genocide to continue in the first place. The constant bombardment, trapping families under rubble, the kidnapping and execution of healthcare workers and journalists, the forced ethnic cleansing of Palestine, the starvation of an entire population. My life and our lives are not more important or valuable than the lives of Palestinians. The best way to support the flotilla is to reach out to all of our representatives and pressure our governments to demand a safe passage for the remaining boats. 2 of our own from DC, Torleif and Adnan, are on these boats being illegally kidnapped along with 22 other Americans. Advocate for them and lift up their voices, demand their safe and immediate release. Right now, people all over the world are shutting down their ports, their streets, their cities for Palestine. The people on the flotilla deserve our attention and protection, but that should not shift our focus away from Gaza. A few days ago, Marwan Abdin, a nurse at Nasser Hospital, was shot in the head while he was working. Since October 2023, over 1,700 Palestinian healthcare workers have been killed, with hundreds more injured and kidnapped. This is not normal. So reach out to your representatives and pressure our government to demand a safe passage for the flotilla, but also demand that they end U.S. complicity in this genocide, for an arms embargo, and to end the occupation and apartheid in Palestine. If my experience with the flotilla has taught me anything, it's that we're all capable of so much more than we think we are. There's always something we can do, so be relentless. Palestinians deserve nothing less.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
From the sea to the river,
From the sea to the river,
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
From the sea to the river,
From the sea to the river,
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
Make some noise. We've heard from many organizations today, all engaged in important work throughout this city. In this convening, we show a united front of community members and organizations committed to enacting a people's arms embargo. Our position is fiercely pro-worker. Dock workers across the Mediterranean have showed the world the power workers have when we're united. And Italy has shown us that when dock workers take action, community responds. It is our duty to Gaza to build that same level of organization and coordination here in Baltimore. While the exact role of the Port of Baltimore plays in the supply chain of death remains unclear, we nevertheless have a crucial role to play in this city. Maersk operates out of the Port of Baltimore and even has an office in the Inner Harbor. We must ensure that our port does not support the Zionist entity in any way. And this is not an isolated effort. We join cities like Oakland and Houston who are leading citywide campaigns to demand an arms embargo in their locales. And there are communities and organizations preparing at every major port on the east and west coasts of the U.S. to do the very same thing. Today, we have made our demands clear. We demand safe passage for the global Sumud Flotilla and to lift the siege on Gaza now. Lift the siege on Gaza now.
Lift the siege on Gaza now! Lift the siege on Gaza now!
And we demand a complete two-way arms embargo now. There will be no harbors for genocide. If you want to get more involved in the PYM's work at the port and join our outreach, please speak to me or anyone else you've heard from the PYM today. I also want to announce that we will be convening at the Game Tree. It's the nearby bar for anybody who wants to. We don't drink at the PYM, but we'll get food. If you want to convene and talk afterwards, that'll be a good place for us to connect. And thank you all so much for coming out. Maersk, drop your cargo!
Maersk, drop your cargo!
Baltimore demands an arms embargo!
Baltimore demands an arms embargo!
Maersk, drop your cargo!
Maersk, drop your cargo!
Baltimore demands an arms embargo!
Baltimore demands an arms embargo!
No, worker automation!
No, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
No, worker automation!
No, worker automation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
We want Palestinian liberation!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
And rise up for Palestine!
And rise up for Palestine!
Workers of the world unite!
Workers of the world unite!
And rise up for Palestine!
And rise up for Palestine!
Thank you. Give it up for yourselves.
Thank you.